Hello, children. I wish all our students of class 10th they are hale and hearty and spending their time at home in a very fruitful manner. We all understand that we are going through a very difficult times, and by staying home at home we are always safe. Dear students, first of all I will like to congratulate you that you have been promoted from class 9 to class 10th. And being in class 10th this year, I understand that you must be a bit stressed up because when a child is in class 10th, child appears in his or her first board examination. It is not that board examination is a different examination. It is the same examination as you have been appearing in your junior classes. Only thing is, because you have a pressure of performing better, and I understand that if you work in a systematic manner, if you work on a regular basis, take best help of your teachers, believe in post reading and pre reading as we have been telling you in our assemblies, I am sure that throughout the academic session and even before appearing in the board examination, you will be quite confident and you will perform better. When you are in class 10th, basically the books which you follow are prescribed by NCRT, and those list of books I have already uploaded in our parent alarm app. You can go through, and from NCRT website you can download first one or two chapters of every subject so that you can start working slowly and slowly in those chapters and subjects. Our teachers must have started helping you with the help of WhatsApp groups or whatever platforms are available with us. And in future, if situation remains the same, our other teachers will also be interacting with you on different platforms. Being at home, I thought I should also do a bit of work for you, and being a science teacher specialized in physics, I thought that let us start the first chapter of your physics uh, subject, that is about the light. So let us start. We will use PPT to make it interesting and interactive. Let us start. So, as the name indicates, light, and in this chapter we are going to study about two important phenomena which are uh, related with light. Dear students, you all know that sun is the ultimate source of energy, and from sun we get this energy in the form of radiations, and these radiations are called electromagnetic waves. You must be knowing that there are two types of waves. Broadly, there are two types of waves. One is mechanical waves and other is electromagnetic waves. As name indicates, mechanical waves are those waves which need some medium for their propagation, for their traveling. Means the mechanical waves cannot move from one place to the another or one point to the another without some medium. Whereas, in contrast to this, electromagnetic waves are those waves which need no medium. These waves can propagate, can travel from one point to the another without any medium. Means to say, these waves can travel even in vacuum. As name indicates, electromagnetic waves are the waves which consist of electric field and magnetic field. Now, why I am telling this? When sun radiates energy, and I told you sun is the ultimate source of energy for the whole universe. So sun radiates energy in the form of electromagnetic waves. And these electromagnetic waves, as I have written here, these electromagnetic waves are of different frequencies. Means you differentiate one electromagnetic wave from other on the basis of their frequencies. Right? We can explain like this. So electromagnetic waves are of different types. And these different type of electromagnetic waves, they are differentiated on the basis of frequencies. If we plot all these electromagnetic waves on a plate, so these corresponding to every electromagnetic wave, there is a line in this plate, and this is called spectra. This is called spectrum. So, when we get energy from sun in the form of radiation, there are different type of frequencies. Now, out of these frequencies, some frequencies are visible to us, or for some frequencies we have sense of sight, and for other frequency we do not have sense of sight. So out of these all electromagnetic waves which are coming from sun in the form of electromagnetic waves, a small portion is visible to us. That is the middle portion of this. So compared to other frequencies, these frequencies are neither very high value, having high value, or very less value. They are intermediary values. And this is what makes our world, when we see it in a very colorful manner. And this portion is called visible region, visible portion. And you all know that visible portion, that is visible light, or you can say white light, consists of 7 colors. Be pure. This violet color has the highest frequency. It has the highest frequency. And red color has the lowest frequency. Those radiation which are coming from the sun having less frequency than red, that means this side of the spectrum, this side. Okay, so these are called infrared, and these are called ultraviolet, having more frequency than violet color. So basically here in this chapter we will be concerning only with white light. That means the combination of these 7 colors: violet, indigo, blue, green, yellow, orange, red. And when these combine in a homogeneous manner, we get white light, which we see all around, right from morning to evening. And sun is the ultimate source of this white light. Okay. Now, when light come from, or you can say electromagnetic waves come from sun, right? So these electromagnetic waves, they move in a straight line. So see, I have written here, electromagnetic waves travel in a straight line and is a source of energy. Second thing about these electromagnetic waves is, or white light you can say, they move with the ultimate velocity. That is, ultimate velocity means that is the maximum velocity with which anything can move, and that is 3 into 10 raised to power 6 meter per second. Sorry, this I have written wrong. This is 3 into 10 raised to power 8 meter per second. This is 10 raised to power 8 meter per second. That is you can change it, 3 into 10 raised to power 8 meter per second, that is 3 lakh kilometer per second, and that in vacuum. Okay, so they move in a straight line. Now when we talk about, so velocity of light is 3 into 10 raised to power 8 meter per second. That is the a mistake there, you can correct it. 3 into 10 power 8 meter. This is the ultimate velocity with which the light from sun comes when it is traveling in vacuum. When it moves in any other medium, this value may change. Now, when we say light moves in a straight line, light consists of 7 colors, and due to this white light, we see a colorful world around us. And in presence of white light and with the help of our eyes, when we are able to see something, there are phenomena which are responsible for that. And one of the phenomena which is responsible is reflection. So we first start with the phenomenon which is called reflection. As name indicate, if you have a mirror, you take a smooth transparent glass sheet and you polish it from one side. Suppose this I name as M1 and M2. So this is a plain glass transparent sheet which is polished from one side, so other side becomes a bright and shining surface. So as the white light moves in a straight line, suppose this is white light, what will happen? You know this, you must have observed that this white light which falls on this mirror at a certain point, suppose I write this point as N, will be sent back to the same medium, to the same side. Now this phenomenon is called reflection. This phenomenon, when a ray of light hits a shining surface or hits a surface which is called a reflecting surface and is sent back to the same side or same medium, this phenomenon is called reflection. Okay, so we will first take up this, that is reflection. So you can say reflection can be defined as when the light falls on a surface and is reflected back or sent back into the same medium, we say reflection has taken place. The other phenomenon which we are going to study after this is refraction of light. These are the two phenomena which are related with light, which basically we have to study in this chapter. And the second phenomenon which is responsible for the things which we see around is refraction of light. Now in refraction, what happens? Light travels from one medium to another. In the first case, light is moving in the same medium, and after hitting, it is again going in the same medium. Whereas in the case of refraction, light will move from one medium to another medium. Okay, and then this phenomenon, whatever happens, that we'll study later on, this phenomenon is called refraction. So we concentrate first on reflection. Now, when we study reflection, there are certain terms which we have to, which we should know. As I was telling you, now this ray, the ray of white light which is coming towards the surface and hitting it at end. This ray is called incident ray. This is called incident. The ray which is moving towards the surface and will hit the surface is called incident ray. The ray after hitting, that is after the phenomenon of reflection, which is sent back in the same medium, this is called a reflected ray. And in between, as I showed you that in the figure, in between I can draw one normal, that is N1, N. So if I draw it correctly, if I draw it neat and clean, this is normal, this is incident ray, this is reflected ray. Ray is always shown with the help of a straight line and arrow. Arrow shows the direction of that light in which it is traveling. So this is normal, N1, N. This is mirror, M1, M2. This is incident ray. This is incident ray and this is reflected ray. This is incident ray. They are well shown in the figure, if you see. This is incident ray, this is incident ray, this is reflected ray. This is normal. Okay. So whenever a ray of light moves toward a surface, this is a plane mirror I have shown, and it goes back. This is called incident ray, this is called reflected ray. Now this is normal. The angle at which this incident ray will hit the surface, this angle is measured from normal. Okay. All these angles are measured from normal. This is the normal. So this is the incident ray which is hitting the surface at this angle. And going back, this is the reflected ray which is leaving the surface at this angle. Okay. So this is called angle of incidence. This is called angle of reflection. So when this phenomenon takes place, there are certain laws which we observe. These are the observations. Whenever the phenomenon take place, the phenomenon of reflection take place, we observe certain things. And that is, these are called laws of reflection. And the first law says that angle of incidence. Angle of incidence means angle which the incident ray makes with the normal. This angle of incidence is equal to angle of reflection. That is the angle which the reflected ray makes from the normal. This is law number 1. And law number 2 says that incident ray, normal and the reflected ray, they are in the same plane. In the same plane of this surface, this board, or you can say this screen. They will always lie in the same plane. So there are few terms which we have, which we have just seen. One is incident ray, reflected ray, normal, angle of incidence, and then angle of reflection. Now what is object? Object is something kept in front of the mirror. And then you see the image of that mirror. So what is image? It is the reflection of the object on the screen. So you see you say we are seeing our image on the screen, right? And so one is the object, that is thing that forms an image on the screen, or whose image you see on the screen. And the image is the reflection of the object on the screen. Now images are of two types, right? Let us understand this also, because this is an important term and you will come across very frequently. the images are of two types. One is real image. ठीक है? Now real image is, as name indicate, real image is the image which can be taken on the screen. Okay? And how image is formed, that we'll just discuss a bit later. That real image is that image which can be taken on the screen. And second type of image is virtual image. Virtual image. Now virtual image, as indicates, these type of waves cannot be taken on the screen. We see the image virtually, but these images cannot be taken on the screen, right? So image, then we discuss laws of reflection, right? Now the simplest type of image which we see in our day-to-day life is the image we see at our home with the help of a plane mirror, right? I have shown a very simple image formation. First thing you should know is, in order to produce an image of an object, at least two rays are required. Minimum two rays are required. The image is formed when two rays meet at one point or appear to meet at one point after reflection. Now see, this is an object, candle. Now when light falls, the candle is producing light itself. Though sun is the ultimate source of energy, but the other source of energy, and candle is now lighted up here. Now this one ray is going like this. What will happen? This is the mirror. This object is kept at x distance from the mirror. Now one ray moves like this. Now at this point, if I draw a normal, so this will be reflected according to law of reflection. Then second ray, because from one source there are so many rays, infinite number of rays. I have taken any two out of those. Now there is another ray like this which falls here. After reflection it will be here. Now you see that these rays, these two rays, this ray and this ray, they are divergent. Divergent means if they are taken forward, they will not meet. Now what happens? These two rays which are parting away from each other, these rays when enter our eye, image is formed in our eye, and we are able to see the image. Now what will be the image? Now so to our eye it appears, if I extend these two rays in the backward direction, they will meet somewhere here. So to our eye it is appearing as if these two rays which are entering the eye after reflection, they are coming, it appears that as if they are coming from this source, and this is the image of this candle behind the mirror. Now see, actually the rays are not meeting there, rays are appearing to meet there, and this type of image is virtual image. Okay, so when the image is formed with the help of the plane mirror, one thing we have seen, that image formed will be virtual. Second thing, you see that the candle flame is on the top. Here also the candle flame is also on the top. That means head appears to be head, tail will become tail. Okay, so that means image is erect. This type of image is called erect image. So if you discuss, this is the image formation with the help of the plane mirror. A simple case we have taken, and we have seen that in the case of plane mirror, the image formed is virtual and it is erect. Second thing, you must be observing, whatever is the size of the object, same is the almost size of the image. So size of the image in most of the cases, in the case of plane mirror, will be of the same size. And third thing is, you can see the object is kept at x distance from the mirror, and the image is also being formed behind the mirror at x distance. That means the distance of the object, whatever is the distance of the object from the plane mirror, at the same distance, the image is being formed behind the mirror. That is what I have written. At the same distance from the mirror as the object is in front of it. Okay, and one peculiar thing about the nature of image formed with the help of the plane mirror is that left become right and right become left. You can just stand in front of the plane mirror at your home, and you will feel that your left hand is appearing to be right hand and right hand is appearing to be the left hand. Means the side changes, and this type of image is called laterally inverted image. So this is, in brief, we have discussed the image formation with the help of plane mirror. Okay, so today we have discussed basically that how sun radiates energy, how it comes to us, what are the different components of electromagnetic waves, and one component which is visible to us is visible portion, which is called white light. White light consists of 7 distinct colors, that is Vibgyor. When these colors are combined homogeneously, it forms white light, and this, in presence of the white light, phenomenon takes place. One phenomenon is reflection, other is refraction, and reflection is the phenomenon which is responsible for the image formation, and due to which we see the objects and their images around us, and this earth looks beautiful. Okay, and then we also studied that how reflection takes place. There are 2 laws. First law of reflection says that angle of incidence is equal to angle of reflection, and second law says that incident ray, normal and reflected ray, they will lie in the same plane. Okay, then we discuss in brief types of images. I told you, in order to form an image, you need at least 2 rays. Those 2 rays either should meet or should appear to meet at one point, and at that point the image will be formed. When the rays actually meet on the screen, then the image formed is a real image. When the images appear to meet at a certain point, the image is called virtual image. And remember, the students, the real image can be taken on the screen, the virtual image cannot be taken on the screen. Okay, and then we studied the nature of image formed by the plane mirror. Plane mirror is the simplest type of mirror, right? Okay, and mirror is nothing but a glass plane sheet polished from one side, other side become a shining surface which is called reflecting surface. So you have seen that images which are formed with the help of the plane mirror, they are virtual and erect. The size of the image and the object is same, and the distance of the mirror from the object and distance of the image from the mirror is same. And one very peculiar characteristics of image formed by the plane mirror is that image formed is laterally inverted. That means left appears to be the right and right appears to the left. So this is the introduction part which I have given to you today, and in the next lecture we will discuss that how reflection takes place from spherical mirror. Till then, bye, and I wish that you download the chapter and read, which is called post reading. After you have understood this much, you should read the text which is available in the website of NCRT. Download it, this chapter. This is chapter number 11 of your science book, and you read it, you will understand it better. In the next lecture, as I told you, we will discuss reflection through spherical mirror. Till then, take care. Thank you.